Hey guys, I want to talk about what's in my truck. A little bit of a truck EDC. We're gonna, bring you guys inside of the truck a little bit, show you what I keep in it, and I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret. I daily drive this, so it's a mess. Coming a little bit closer to the inside of the truck, you can already see one of my EDCs. This is my tactical 9mm banana. It's pretty awesome, but more so, I want to show you guys. This is the Desert Does It seat jackers. And it lifts the seat up a little bit, makes it more comfortable, but it also adds a MOLLE panel here that you can attach some stuff on, like a banana. There's a holster right there, and then I do have a flashlight right there. Nothing crazy, not a crazy awesome flashlight, just something I got off Amazon. It runs on 18650s, and I have a bunch of them laying around from when I used to vape, so I like having my flashlight run on those. Alrighty guys, we are in the truck now. Talk a little bit more about what's in my truck, what I carry, my everyday carry. Now, I'm gonna give you a heads up. This video has been filmed over the course of a few days, so things are a little bit weird. But nonetheless, let's hop into this. We're gonna start by looking up here. I'm gonna push the chair back a little bit so you can get a better view. So as you can see up here, I have a MOLLE panel on my sun visor, and you can still use that just fine, no issues there. But on this MOLLE panel, I have a knife. It's nothing crazy. It's just a cheap Amazon one. It's nice. It's got a glass breaker on it, a seatbelt cutter, and it's a knife, and it's always there. It's just nice to have that, easily accessible, no problem there. Next up, I have a pen. It's nothing, it's not a crazy pen. It's just a pen. It's kind of like a tactical style pen. I don't know why I have it, but it's nice to have a normal pen. You don't need a metal pen like that. It's just nice to have to, you never know when you have to fill something out. Nice to have a pen, easily available. It's hard on the end, useful. And then I have a second flashlight up there. That one's a more typical flashlight. It takes normal batteries, and I don't even use it that much. I don't think I've used it at all, really. It's just nice to have that there. Sometimes I use a flashlight underneath my seat, and I never put it back because I'm using it somewhere else, so I have that flashlight here as a backup. So, and then you see up here, it's kind of goofy, but this is where I put my watch. It's nothing, crazy. It is just a G-Shock watch in green. I'm a big fan of it. Waterproof, water resistant, shock proof. It's a good watch to have when you're out camping and doing hiking and stuff. So it kind of stays in the truck so I don't forget it at home when I go out on trips. And I like it. Up here, you would expect sunglasses. I have a problem. Every summer, I buy a new pair of sunglasses and then I lose them. The last set I lost in the ocean. It's not summer right now. Next summer, there'll be sunglasses up there. I don't know what I'm going to go with this time. Have any recommendations, let me know in the comments of some sunglasses I need to look at. But now we can go to the other side there, and I'm going to show you what's in my glove box. I did forget to mention I always keep this in my truck as well. It stays down there. This is called an AI box light. A few different companies make stuff like this. Basically, I plug it into the data port, and it gives me wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto in the truck, so I no longer have to fiddle with my phone to get that, because I use that for my maps and navigation. So it kind of just stays down there. Usually it's plugged in. It's not a permanent solution, but for the time being it works good enough. I would like to change out the head unit for one that supports wireless Android Auto. Later on down the road, it's not really necessary. That's why I just kind of rock it like that. That is really dusty. Now, for what you guys really came here for, look at the dust. It is just, I need to do something about this. But let's open up this glove box and show you guys what's going on. Ready? 1 and a 2. Oh. Okay, here we go. Ready? No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's go. Woo! Look at that. Exciting stuff. Let's break it down. So, we have a brush for Ashley. It's a little thing. It doesn't take up much room. That stays in there. This is her side. What are these called? A little clippy thing for the hair. I'm bald, so it's not for me. Next up, we have a Guild Outfitters leash. Now, I do use this for Stone, but it's not his everyday leash. This is just a spare, and I actually like this because, for example, if a dog gets loose when we're out hiking or something and we would like to, you know, rescue it so it's not running around, this is a quick connect leash thing. So if he has a collar, you can just, very quick. It looks cool too, almost like a toe strap, and it works actually really well. And it's a limited one, so it's a little bit, you know, less annoying to deal with than those extended ones. Big fan of this. If you guys are looking for a neat little leash for your dog, check this one out. So that's basically everything in that cubby hole. I do keep some zip ties in here because you never know when you need zip ties. It seems like I have one left, so you know I've been zip tying and stuff. Please don't look at my rig in more detail. This is just my documents for the truck. I'm not going to flip it over. I don't want to, you know, show you guys any information that's probably on there. But yeah, you know, registration, insurance, etc. On this side, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Now, this is just a hiking map. Nothing too crazy. I keep my maps in there. This one is a cool map. So basically, every time I am out on adventures and we're going somewhere where I'm not familiar with, on the East Coast at least, there are these purple lizard maps. Now, you can pick these up at any of the like local mountain biking places that are around there, which is pretty awesome actually, because another hobby of mine is mountain biking. So when we go out, I usually take the mountain bike, or at least try to, if it's not going to take up more room. And these maps work great. They show you the area. There's a few of them around PA, West Virginia, you know, like mainly on the East Coast, which is nice because on the East Coast, there's really not much for the overlanding guys. And, you know, all the apps and stuff are really useful out west, but out this way, it's not that big yet. So this is kind of what I do. I get one of these maps, and then I get on Google Maps and I download the area. So then I can, you know, pick a spot, drop a pin and go there, and I have the area downloaded where I don't need service, and it works fine. And then I kind of, you know, triangulate where I want to go, because in this map, it shows like POIs that are marked by these purple lizards that you can check out. Sometimes it's a waterfall, a cool hike. There's camp spots on there, so you can just like drop a pin, get to a trailhead. Works really cool. So it's kind of a budget way. You know, I don't have any satellite GPS in this, so this is how I navigate. And it's worked great. These maps are, I don't know, I think like $17 or so, but they're waterproof. They last forever. Water resistant. I don't think they're waterproof. But yeah, big fan. I don't know how many people are still using old school maps like this, but I really like these. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but all those points are marked by the purple lizard, and you can kind of like drive around and make your own adventure. We had a lot of fun doing that. I'll put a video of us adventuring, checking out purple lizards right up there if you want to check that out. That was when we were in West Virginia. That was a ramble. I'm sorry. I really like that map. Going a little bit deeper, here is just, it's just a package that I was working on. These have the tranny seals for the drain plug and the front diffs and stuff. That's from when I was doing that front diff change. And I'm gonna do the transmission here eventually. But that's just some parts I have to work on the truck later on down the road. Headache medicine, because when you're driving for a while, you can get a headache. And it's just nice to have headache medicine when you're out. I do have a medical kit that has stuff like this, but I like to keep a separate thing for that. Here we have, you know, simple ketchup. You don't know how far you can take ketchup. You can make some really gourmet stuff with some ketchup. Nice to have. And we have some salt, some sugar, and just some, I think there's an air freshener in there. Just some random stuff like that that's nice to have when you're out driving around. That's empty. You have any recommendations of what I can put there? Maybe something. Let me know. Because right now it's empty. And I would like to know. So let me know in the comments what you guys have in your glove box. What I'm missing out on. My glove box. Check that out. We'll break this down a little bit. My wallet. I don't usually carry my wallet, you know, in the house. I leave it in my truck. So I suppose if you break in here, you have me. But I park. I live in the woods in the middle of nowhere. So it's not like people are going to be breaking into my vehicles. Plus, we have deterrence for things like that. This is my wallet, nothing crazy, not like a cool overland wallet that you see some of these guys have, just a simple thick boy wallet. And that's why it stays in there, because you can't really drive around with that in your pocket. Maybe I should invest in a better, thinner wallet. This is a charger for my headphones. I take them to the gym and stuff. It kind of just stays in there because it's an old school USB charger. Not too exciting. A lighter. I'm not a smoker or anything, but nice to have an extra lighter for when you need to, you know, light something. We go camping, we're on adventures and stuff, so if my lighter in my camp tote goes bad, I have this little guy. And I do a lot of like wiring in the truck for when I wire up my lights and stuff, and I heat up the wire before stripping them. It makes it a little bit easier. This is actually why that's in the truck from when I installed the light bar. Change. Nice to have some change. It looks like I'm a little bit low. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have a different opinion about this. I have a method to my madness. I keep my spare key in my truck as well. You're probably thinking, nah, that's not really safe, you know. Here's my method. When we're out on camping trips, on hiking trips, really far away from our home base, I don't want to have this key 5 hours away from me. If I'm on a hike and I lose my key, it falls out of my pocket or something. I would like my key to be close in the truck so I can just call a locksmith. They can get into my truck and I have my key, I can get home. So that's kind of the method to my madness. I spend a lot of time away from my house, so it wouldn't do much good if it was sitting at 5 hours away. This is garbage. This is a little cloth cleaning thing. I take my camera with me everywhere I go, so it's just nice to have an extra one. I have a few in my camera bag, but this one just stays right in there. Going a little bit deeper here. This is my lug nut tool for my wheels. Should keep this with you. I keep it in here just in case. When I had my Toyota Care, it was easy for the maintenance guys to see that. And now it's easy for me to know because my maintenance at Toyota Care is up. These are awesome. If you guys remember these from a long time ago, little pennies. This is from North Carolina. Anytime me and Ashley are out and I see one of those, I would like to collect them. You know, I like little memories like this, little knickknacks from our adventures. So we only have one right now, but anytime we see one, I'm going to make one and set it there. That's from like 2 years ago. Let's lift this up and go deeper. Oh yeah, there's these cords I'll show you. One's a USB-C and one's for Ashley's iPhone. I feed them up that way. Checking it out, and here there is female products. Ashley's with me all the time, but you never know if somebody's having a bad day when you're out on a hike. It's nice to have those in the truck, mainly for Ashley. That's never happened, but you know, hope she doesn't get mad at me for showing that. I know some people are weird about that. My everyday carry a spare mag that stays in there. I usually put some other random stuff in there. Right now it's pretty empty. Coming forward a little bit more, you can see 2 pairs of headphones. These are spares. They're Bluetooth, they charge in there. That looks crazy on the camera. You know, the pink ones are mine, so yeah, no question there. Coming over here, I carry some earplugs when I go shooting. Nice to have spare ones in the truck in case somebody forgets them or I forget them. And that's kind of what's in the glove box. Right now, that's what I got. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't, but that's typically what you'll find in there. I also have a gym membership right there that kind of stays there. But that's what's going on in the front of this dirty truck. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys in the back what's going on right there. I got some more cool stuff back there you might find interesting. I did forget to show you guys in the doors. I carry a little bit of stuff. Mostly trash on this side, but I have a pair of glasses. They're eyes for when you're shooting. And I'll hop on the other side and show you what's going on there. Look how dirty this is. I'm so sorry, guys. I should have cleaned this. In this door, I carry a pair of gloves. These are nothing to write home about. These are actually my mountain biking gloves, but I actually use these for a little bit of everything. I prefer these thin leather gloves for, you know, setting up camp, keeping my hands warm, able to work on things. They're thin. They don't keep your hands super warm, but it's just enough, I find, to make sure I don't, you know, really freeze. So, I don't know. I use them. I've had them for like 2 years now. They work great for everything I've thrown at them. A little bit of everyday glove action there. I'm going to show you on the back door what I got going on, since now we're going to work in the back. Look at those rock sliders. The PA Weather, man. These were just painted. If you remember that video not that long ago. Rocks chipped them up. Salt lays on them. Now they're rusted. gonna have to repaint those. Inside the door here, this is a gym bag. I take it with me every time I go mountain biking. It kind of stays in the truck so I don't forget it at home. So inside here, there's nothing in there. That usually carries my phone and stuff when I'm biking. But inside has some cool stuff. I have a little hand pump for pumping up tires. I cannot tell you how much I've used this little thing. It works great. Honestly, a must-have if you're riding a bike. I don't know if any of you guys are into that stuff, but little hand pump for pumping up tires. Used it a ton. And then there should be some more in here. Yep, there it is. This is a little multi-tool that stays in there as well. You never know when something's going to break on the trail or when you're on top of a mountain and you want to come down. So nice to have a little bit of tools to do some DIY maintenance just to make it home or back to the truck. That's kind of what I keep in there. There's some garbage in there from an old install. I think this might be from the roof rack. I don't know, I should probably take those out because I think I hear them jingling when I'm driving. Kind of forgot they were in there. That's how long it's been since I went mountain biking. I'm gonna put this back and we're gonna go to the other side. I lied, we're not going the other side yet. I'm gonna show you guys what's behind this seat because in the Tacoma, there's a ton of storage. And this is what we got going on back here. In this pouch, I'll grab it. This is some Amazon basic tools. As always, I don't have my full-size toolkit with me at all times, so I carry this with me just to, in case of emergency, there's enough tools in here that I should be able to fix some stuff, either on my bike, on our camping setup, maybe on the truck, probably not, but I'll open this up to show you guys what's in here. Just nice to have in case you gotta fix something. I've probably used this maybe, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times since I've had it. It's not the highest quality stuff, but it's enough to get the job done. Air pressure, some zip ties, some Allen keys. Nothing super crazy, it's not high quality like I said, but I've used it to fix some random stuff. For example, like Ashley's dad had an issue on his truck with his windshield wiper blade being messed up, and I was away from the house and I just opened this kit up, fixed it up because it was a loose bolt. So I don't know, just nice to have so you can fix something if you are a guy that fixes things. Showing you guys a little bit more what's going on in the truck. This is a hatchet that stays in here. Nice to keep with you when you're out on the trails. This is a Gerber. I got this for Christmas this year. Pretty awesome. It also has a little saw built into here that you can pull out. Probably not with one hand. Give me 1 second. This is the saw that is inside that handle. Pretty awesome. Anytime you come across a tree branch or something that you think is going to put a pinstripe down your truck when you're out on the trail, you can use that, cut it off, throw it in the bed of your truck for fire or a poking stick later on. Just really nice to have a way to cut some wood that's in the way. And I leave it in the truck, so if I'm out on venturing without my camp tow, which does happen often because I'm not always gonna stay the night somewhere, this stays with me. And the next pouch is this little guy here. Got this on Amazon. Again, it's not a super high quality pouch. I'm sure they make better kits, but I'll show you guys what's going on in here. So in here, this is kind of just like a basic survival, just nice to have in an emergency. This is a poncho. This is a med kit, a small one, not the highest quality. I do recommend getting a little bit of higher quality kit, but this is what I have just in case you get hurt when you're hiking or biking. You have something to kind of patch yourself up. Important to have. I recommend getting one of those. This is a Leatherman. Now I typically just leave this in here because I have another one, and this is just my backup that stays in here in case I need one. This is just extra paracord. I don't really know why they have this in this kit, but extra paracord if you need it. More paracord, a compass, a what are these called? A little blower thing for starting a fire, and some medical gloves in case you need to clean a wound and you don't want it to get infected. There's a emergency blanket in there as well. Just nice to have. You never know when this stuff might come important when you're out hiking or biking or camping or whatever you're doing. Could save your life, save someone else's life. It's not the highest quality, but it should work for the purpose of stopping you from ceasing to exist. I know this is really exciting stuff, but do me a big favor. Let me know in the comments if you guys carry anything medical related in your trucks, or if you're not interested in that kind of stuff, because I think it's important, but I've been wrong before. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Let's go to the other side and continue this excitement of this video. In this door, I carry a little bit of stuff for the dog. This is a little dog bowl. You can use it for food or water. We end up using this a lot on our trips. Stone gets thirsty, and I put water in this so he can drink while we're driving. Nice to have with you if you have a dog. That's another reason why the truck's always messy, because he gets in there with dirty paws and stuff. And then I have a harness. I'm sorry everything's purple. I was just talking to Ashley about why everything we have for the dog is purple. He's a dude. I don't know why, but yeah, it's purple. This is a harness. I prefer this one when we go out on hikes. He comes with us. That way, you know, it doesn't hurt his neck or anything. I carry a small towel here. This is just to clean random things. I know it looks like I don't clean, but this is for cleaning things, wiping things off, cleaning up messes. Nice to have in your truck. A little bit deeper here. This is from an MRE I had a while ago. This is some coffee, some towelettes, salt, just some random stuff out of that packet that I just kind of left in there in case we need it when we're out camping. We forgot it. We have a little bit of, a backup there. Looking in the back of this seat, Ashley, those are mine, but Ashley and mine headphones. I use the Skull Candy. You guys probably not interested in that, but big fan of those for the gym versus the ones that like go in your ear because they don't fall out when you get sweaty. I carry a hoodie. Now this is like an everyday, every use kind of hoodie. I've used it to clean up things. I've used it to just keep me warm. Ashley's wore it. It just kind of stays in the truck in case you need some warmth. This is another dog leash. This is one of those extended ones. This is the one we usually use when we're out on hikes and stuff. Works great. Don't really have to talk about it too much. You've seen those before. Coming in, let's start by here, into this little pouch. These are MMA gloves. I don't do MMA, but my gym has a bag that I like to hit. I don't like boxing gloves. I like hitting the bag for cardio. It works pretty good. So if you guys are into the gym, a lot of stuff in my truck is gym related. But yeah, MMA gloves. Don't like to forget them at home, so I just kind of leave them back here. From Amazon. Not the best quality, but I'm not like using them every day either. Then I have a snow brush. I live in PA. It gets snowy randomly. It broke it. It was very upsetting. I had to tape it. This upsets me. These are the stakes for my tent that's on the roof. This upsets me because every time I put the tent away, I go, hey, I need to put these inside the tent and I can close it and it's not in the way. I keep forgetting to do that, and they always end up sitting in the back seat for the whole year I've had the tent. They just stay in the way back there, and I keep forgetting that I can just fold up the tent with those inside. I'll do it one day. I forgot to show you guys underneath the seat, but underneath the seat on that side, I'll show you guys what's under there. On this side, it's not interesting at all. It's just stuff that came with the truck. There's the jack that came with the truck, and the manual for the truck. And then back here, ready for this? There's even more storage back here. My truck does not have the sub built in. Look at that. I have all this empty storage. Now, what do you think I'm gonna put back there? I have no recovery gear, guys. I try to be as prepared as possible, and it's occurred to me that I have absolutely no recovery gear in this truck. So I'm gonna be doing some research on recovery gear, and that's what's gonna go back here. Is a good recovery kit. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys have a recovery kit. What do you guys recommend? Let me know if you guys are looking at one. Maybe I'll just buy that one and do a video on it. I don't know, but I need to invest in some recovery gear because that's a problem, and to be frank, kind of embarrassing. Or maybe it's not embarrassing and I'm just so cocky because I don't think I'll get stuck. My Tacoma will never get stuck, so I think I don't need it. Underneath this seat is storage. I love the Tacoma and how these little pockets exist for storage. Work great. But under here, I keep a blanket that can be used as a towel as well to dry off stone. But nice little blanket. It matches the truck, nice blue. Fan of it. It's not super warm, not really like a warm blanket, more of a, you know, set down somewhere so you don't get dirty or dry off the dog. Just like a, I don't know, it's more of a towel than a blanket. I kind of use it as. I have an MRE down here from the last time we went. Hash browns, potatoes, and bacon, peppers, onions. Good stuff. There's the manual for the truck. That's kind of what stays under there. Doesn't come out too much. I want to put this back, talk to you guys about it a little bit more. I think the plan is, now that that's all put away, I think I'm going to remove this back seat and get one of those goose gear setups in the future, because I'm going to have a fridge that I don't want in the back of the bed there. It's kind of like a future plan. I'll show you guys what those look like. They're pretty cool. I guess we can talk about what's in the bed. These always stay on my truck. Probably think I'm a poser for leaving these on my truck all the time. Could be, but I paid like $120 for these and they look cool. I use the water one when we are going camping, you know, hold extra water. I have a 7 or 5 gallon jug thing that we fill up, but on our 4-day trips, it's nice to have a little bit of extra water just in case we can't come across a spring. This is for fuel. It holds another 2 gallons of fuel. In the future, this will be used when we go on really long adventures that I'm going to be away from gas. Currently, not too big of a concern. I've only almost run out of gas once. I think I had like 3 miles left until it was empty. The gas light was on for a while, but that was just more of me not paying attention to where we were at. My bad. Gonna be utilized when we head out west though. Probably gonna end up getting a bigger one and replacing this one with a diesel one for the diesel heater that we use for the tent. But for now, that's on the side of my truck. It's always there. Typical overland guy. Coming in here, I keep some ratchet straps for holding things down, doing ratchet strap things. I don't know about you guys, but every time I use a ratchet strap, I get annoyed. So I try to not use those, but there's like 3 in there just in case. And on this model, they don't have a pocket on that side, which is a shame because some of the other ones, they do. I think 2020, maybe they got rid of that pocket. But that's kind of what's in the truck. I hope you guys enjoyed. It might be way too windy, but I hope you guys enjoyed that little insight into what's inside my truck, what's my everyday carry in the truck. Hope you enjoyed it. Might have been interesting. You might not even be able to hear me right now. It's a blizzard. It's like -4, well, feels like -4. Hands are already cold. It's rough out here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, hop in the comments. Let me know what you guys have in your trucks. Let me know if you think I should add anything. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna go. It's cold. I will see you guys in the next one. Check this video out right here. It's pretty good.